Oh, it was funny, wasn't it? Hello, everyone. I'm Ethan McKinley.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ethan McKinley.
And this is the 2-Minute Terminator, where we break down the Terminator films 2 minutes at a time. We're on episode 47, and we're going from minutes 94 to 96, the 2 minutes bridging that gap. And if you're listening on iTunes or you're following us on SoundCloud and you are only listening to an audio portion of this show, or the show itself, we actually do a Mystery Science Theatre 3K in video commentary for every show and every 2 minutes that we do. So if you do want to follow along for the footage in question,
where can we find these videos?
By simply typing in, Ellie, 2-Minute Terminator on YouTube. 2-Minute Terminator, the podcast. Find us on...
It's as easy as that?
It is as easy as that, and you can literally follow along with every single detail that we talk about, because the clip is on repeat for the entire duration of the show. Yes, we are back. We are here. Take my money.
Sign me up.
It's free, Ellie. That's the amazing thing.
I know.
It's a podcast, so we're actually losing money.
Losing?
Losing.
Hi, my name is Ellie Fitzgerald, and I'm the other person that babbles rubbish and talks a bit about Terminator on the show.
Although, hopefully, tomorrow you're going to be here in person, aren't you?
Yeah.
In old Brummagem.
Brummagem?
I forced Ellie to cancel her hot date and made her do some shows in person. So, yes.
The beautiful person I am, I've done exactly that.
We're going to be off. So, yes, thank you for joining us again, loyal listeners, all the new listeners that have joined us. Thank you so, so much. We do appreciate it. Today...
Ethan,
yes?
hit the music.
Oh.
Howdy, stranger.
Don't say howdy, stranger, to me.
You didn't do the fourth. Thank God. It sucked. It sucked.
Yes, we are back. Today's bumper music for the show to carry you through in the background is Darkman by Danny Elfman. One of my favourite films, actually.
Oh, that's the one with Liam Neeson in.
Liam Neeson has a certain set of skills, but that's all
and he gets burnt.
He does, and I always imagined when they filmed Return of the Jedi, when they showed Darth Vader as this fat little Eggman from the Royal Shakespeare Company.
So weird. They should have kept his mask on, man.
Well, I think they can take the mask off, but...
Just don't show it!
Yeah, there's a shot, actually, when Luke's talking to Vader, and he peels the mask forward and takes it off, and you just see Luke's reaction.
Yeah, that would have been so much better.
They should have kept the shot on Luke's face the whole time, and him just saying, "You've saved me, Luke." "Oh, you already have." And all that stuff.
That's how I felt about Brief Encounter of a... No, not Brief Encounter. That's a different film. Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Try pulling your eyelid down as far as it'll go, and then blowing your nose. The Ealing comedy actors. All of the same style of acting.
Oh, no, I love Close Encounters. It's a really adorable film.
Close Encounters is not an Ealing comedy, Ellie.
No, I did Brief Encounter.
Oh, yeah. No, but it's all that very much same style of acting, isn't it? With the same company of actors.
Like it.
Yeah, Darkman, I always imagine if you were going to show Darth Vader, I think he'd look better if he had Darkman's head, but his entire face was just immolated and burnt and ruined. I've always imagined if you unmasked Darth Vader, that's what he looked like. Because he looked far too pristine, I think.
He just looked, like you say, he just looked like Eggman.
Yeah.
Or Conehead. Or...
With a harmonica.
Oh my god, that has got to be one of the best things that the internet has ever churned out. It's so good.
Yeah, Google Darth Vader harmonica, listeners. Is a hilarious bit. If you know what we're talking about, you've clearly already seen it, and you're laughing along also. Anyway, I digress. Let's get on with it. The clip starts with John Connor searching past all the cells he's released people, but there is one closed door. Ooh. And it ends with my slow internet, basically. Ellie?
It ends.
Sam Worthington jumping into shot and walking into the said lab also. This obviously is a pivotal scene, which we're going to come to, because it does in fact feature Arnold Schwarzenegger. But it also doesn't feature Arnold Schwarzenegger as well, because it's a CGI version of Arnold. So yeah, let's roll the show. Ellie.
Let's roll, baby. In other words, take it away, small boy. Okay.
I bet you would have liked more time with this clip. Usually I send them to you in advance, but you've only had like 10 minutes with it before we've started.
Do you know what, though? I've actually got shitloads of notes.
Well, that's good, because, this is Arnold's big cameo.
Cameo? As in Word Up?
Word Up.
Although Back and Forth, I think, is my favourite one of theirs, and I'd never heard it until I found it last year. So good. The gayest music video I've ever seen.
Cameo, that was great though. Word Up, great song. Anyway,
It is a
Arnold.
great song.
CGI Arnold. I personally don't think.
You're skipping ahead.
Why?
Because you are.
I'm not skipping ahead. I've got my notes. You've got yours. Where do you want to start, Ellie?
At the beginning of the clip.
To begin at the beginning. Okay. John Connor is walking past the open cells and he comes across a
When the
closed door.
Terminator smashes that door off, and the door is like, I don't even know how thick, made out of, from the looks of it, solid metal. It hits into Bullshit Bale, flies past Bullshit Bale. So in other words, the Terminator's ripped this metal door off its hinges, and Bale literally just like falls backwards.
Well, it kinda...
This door gets blasted to like the other side of the room.
It kind of gets slid past him though. You can see in the actual shot it kind of misses
that would have
him.
even knocked him out or seriously injured him at least.
Well, I think the throw against the computer 30 feet away would have like. He gets thrown so hard at that computer tower, and we're talking like 7-foot computer towers here. These motherfuckers are crunching numbers like it's going out of fashion. But he gets thrown into that. He crushes it like a can of soda. I think that would have done more damage, because the door, you could maybe argue, that slightly misses him. But I know what you mean. Absolutely.
It would have hurt him, dude. I was like, that's a bit ridiculous. I mean, then we get the classic...
Slight cold, sorry, listeners.
We hear the classic throwback music to the original movies. And I did actually quite like the way that the camera pans from the feet all the way up to the top, because again, it's very much a throwback to the first two Terminator films, because whenever you saw them, it would always go from the feet first. You'd go up and you'd be like, oh my god, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. But how bad are the special effects?
I think, considering it's the first attempt at making a CGI living person, I still think...
ever?
Not ever, but like, all right, someone who they're trying to create a reality. I mean, you've had Gollum and stuff, you've had Jar Jar Binks, fair enough. But you're trying to create a living person that everyone is very much aware of, one of the most famous people in the world, no less. I think they do a decent job, considering it's like, what is it? God, 6 years ago, 7 years ago now?
I think it looks terrible.
Well, I mean, the one from last year's Terminator... just bollocks, but carry on. The one from Terminator Genesis looks really good. But, I mean, this is a decent effort.
Yeah, Genesis was great. But again, you know, Genesis only came out, last
I think
year?
when it shows the legs and it pans up, I think the mistake they make, they try and show him in too harsh a light. I think,
if it was softer, it might have looked a bit more
but
realistic.
I still don't think it's that bad. I think when he fires the gun at him and you get a close-up of Arnold's face with the kind of like muzzle flash hitting his face, then it kind of falls apart.
It's the eyes.
And the bit where Christian Bale hits him in the face and the head turns, that's bad. And then when he slowly turns to Christian Bale, that's kind of... But again,
that's actually another note that I put.
I mean, considering this isn't like mocapped and it's literally just they've mapped an Arnold texture and created a CG version of him, I think it's pretty good. Am I being too forgiving?
Have you noticed that they always seem to include this particular shot where a Terminator gets hit round the face and he stops and then does that slow pan back to the camera?
Well, that's a nod, obviously, to Terminator 2 when the woman hits him in the face with her arm in a cast.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think where it happens in 3.
I swear it's in 1 as well.
I'm trying to think where it happens in 3 as well.
Oh no, I just said Terminator 1, Terminator 2.
Yeah.
I'm going James
as well,
Cameron.
I can't think of 1 either. He doesn't do that in 1. The first
he gets hit, he gets hit round the head with the bar, and he kind of hits and then looks back and then...
Is that when he's an endoskeleton, though?
No, I thought it was in the beginning when he's...
In Tech Noir?
Yeah.
No. Kyle pulls the gun
What about
in.
when he's naked? What about when he's naked and he steals the clothes?
No, there's never an altercation with the punks.
Oh, I swear it happens in 1. Okay, you're definitely right.
He punches Brian Thompson's heart out. He shoves Bill Paxton into the bars. And then the other guy looks a bit like Rick Rosovich. He plays Slider in Top Gun, who's actually plays Ginger's boyfriend in Terminator 1. That's who he plays in Terminator 1. The guy just reminds me of him, what the third punk who Arnold actually gets the clothes from in Terminator 1. But no, he
maybe
he
it
doesn't.
is just T2 then.
Yeah, it's a nod to that shot, basically. But any filmmaker attempting to remind you of a better film than the one he's making,
oh, I know.
that's a recipe for disaster.
It's a definite no-no. It's a no from me. John must know that standard bullets and hits to the face won't actually damage this Terminator. So what the hell is he doing?
Well, no, he doesn't know that because I mean, up to this point,
it's a Terminator.
No, because as we know in the lore of this film, the T-600 can be damaged and shot with bullets. When the T-600 encounters the one with skin on, the zombified one that goes after Sam Worthington when he first meets Carl Reese, and they drop the railway kind of like axes on him, or axle, sorry, on and he shoots his own head off with his minigun. That's merely just bullets, isn't it? Again, when they land the helicopter on that kind of the top half of the torso at the start of the movie, and John puts one bullet into the skull and kills him. By the same token, when he gets attacked by
but that's in the skull, and that's where the chip is.
Yeah, again though, the T-600 is not built of the same alloys that the T-800 is. Remember, this is like a 2-generation Terminators forward.
Okay. I just thought he would have gone in with some heavier firearms and not hit him.
This is all they've got. They don't have the laser weapon yet, and as you can see, because Skynet's not even using those like those pink plasma rifles.
Why hasn't he got that signal on him that shuts down Terminator activity? It takes him offline. Why hasn't he got that?
Well,
what was that developed for?
Well, the thing that shuts down Terminator activity is the thing set up by Skynet. That's the signal. That's the thing. This whole thing is a setup to get Carl Reese and John Connor in the same place. They kill the father and the son. I guess technically Carl Reese is more important because then if you get him, John doesn't exist. But he's not sent him yet.
Why are they so desperately trying to kill John then and not Carl?
Well, because John is the leader of the resistance. John is the prophesized...
Stop sticking up for Terminator Salvation. God, who are you?
I'm not, but there are certain rules set within this film that they are sticking to, and one is John would only know he's to take that gun, because that's all they've got, and those guns are effective against T-600s. By the time you go 2 generations ahead, and this new Terminator they saw that was being developed, he's come face to face with one, he's not going to know his gun's not going to work, so of course he's going to fire it.
All right. Riddle me this, then. Why is it in all these Terminator films? I know they have to show a fight, but you always get the Terminator with a defenseless victim, pretty much, and they just throw them about the room. Instead
of just punching the heart out like he does with Brian Thompson in the first one.
I wouldn't even do that. Just fucking break his neck. One twist, crack, all gone.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger loves to break a neck.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, as we've discussed, or as he explains in Terminator 2, he has detailed files on the human anatomy. So
you'd know exactly
the Terminator would just use blunt force trauma and get the job done as quickly as possible. It wouldn't be fancy. He wouldn't be throwing you out of the room. He would literally just reach out to you and either punch right through your body and destroy your heart or your lungs, or just rip your head off.
I was going to say, he could probably just rip you in two anyway.
Or just punch your head right off your body.
With his dick!
As long as you had a hold of you, that would be it. Curtains. I forgot.
That sounds so romantic.
One thing I never thought about, though, until even just watching the film, the proposed Terminator, first one off the production line, this must be that Terminator. This is the first Terminator. Because there's only one of them. Because I was just thinking, why are there just not tons of them just pouring out of this doorway?
True.
So I think he's the first one, like, freshly minted off the production line. Obviously, they can make more, and they got the facilities and the resources to do that. But this is the first Terminator.
Oh, this whole timeline just really fucks with my head.
Well, it's a bit like the X-Men films. I mean, that's a complete mess now. All the X-Men films, none of them make sense. You've got different actors taking on, like, the same roles. You've got another girl playing, the girl from Game of Thrones now, Sophie, is it Cookson? Or whatever her name is. She's playing Jean Grey now. That was Famke Janssen's role.
They kept getting a different bloody, whatever her face was.
And like,
it was Katie Holmes, then it was another chick.
They don't. Yeah, none of the X-Men films tied together. They're a complete mess. But by the same, again, you've got different people coming and going on these projects, different directors, different producers, production companies, people dipping in and out, then coming back to the franchise and trying to reset it. It's a total mess, and Terminator is just like that. I mean, and further down the budgetary trough and straight to video is like the Highlander series. Like Highlander 2 is considered one of the worst films ever made. That makes very little sense as well. Even the director's cut makes very little sense.
I thought Highlander 1 was the worst film that had ever been made.
No, well, Highlander 1 is a great idea. It's got some great shots in it, and it's got Sean Connery in his ultimate Sean Connery role.
That is true.
It gets a pass for that because Sean Connery's just such a...
as Draco. I thought he was great as Draco.
No, Ramirez, man. Go all the way.
I know, but I'm just saying I do love him as Draco as well. I think he makes a great dragon.
I just want to say this as well, just before our clip ends. As I said, we're going from 94 to 96. 1 minute 45 seconds in when Sam Worthington throws the stool into Helena Bonham Carter's imaginary face.
Oh, God!
When he destroys... We said this in the last episode, but when he... Can you see it? When he destroys the screen, you can see that the... you can see that the what is it? The little... What is it? The stool.
Come on, Ethan.
It's on a piece of wire and it just stays in mid-air dangling. It's hilarious.
I'm so glad you picked up on that.
Like, why? I understand they've like left the shot run on. Why don't they just shorten the shot and just show the glass breaking earlier? So they didn't have to show the...
It's like if I get the last word at the end of the podcast, you just literally cut it off.
It's just hilarious.
When you're rendering, you're just like, yeah, just cut that bit off. Easy.
No, if I stop the recorder, it records to that point. If I turn the recorder off...
No. That was my best, Ben Kingsley. What I mean is let's say you recorded something and then it for some reason fucked up. What you can do is just cut it down when you're editing it.
No, I know, but usually up to a certain point. I've only started doing this...
This is besides the point and it's boring. I thought that was hilarious. I really enjoyed that. But I also couldn't believe we were actually back to Marcus and Goebbels. I was like, really? They're still
Helena Bonham
getting
Goebbels.
Helena Bonham Goebbels, yeah.
Well, he pulls the chip out of his head in this one, as we mentioned before. Now, do you think this is him regaining his free will so they can't track, monitor, or control him?
I have many notes on this as well. Sure, why didn't Skynet just stop him from doing it?
I don't know. It's you're quite
and also,
right.
I've spotted a design flaw from Skynet. The chip isn't very deep in the skin, is it?
No, this is the thing. I mean, it's not like the
chip that actually goes down into the head. This one, it looks like it's just flat on the surface. All he has to do is just rip a few hairs out. Oh, I got it. It's gone.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. It's almost like a little disc on the back of his head.
It's weird.
It's strange.
It's very weird.
But hey,
do you know what would have looked even better? Instead of doing that, if he had to take off like the Skynet triangle like symbol, I reckon that would look cool. If you had to remove that,
yeah,
and then it was like in there.
The only problem with that theory is, like, again, the same way we said why the TV screens within Skynet. Why would Skynet be branding things? Why would it have like a brand of anything?
Because they're proud of what they've done.
But that would imply kind of like a human side, a frailty, like ego and stuff.
But there is a consciousness. There is. On some level, that's what I've kind of gained from watching all of these films, especially this one, because it is more Skynet as opposed to Terminators.
There is, but
there is a level of consciousness.
Is it emotion, though?
I think it's just that want of power. I wouldn't necessarily say it was an emotion. I'd say it's more desire. And again, it's massively a human trait, but it is that thing of, with power comes corruption, and it's that thing of it's never enough. You always want more, It's just like Ben Newton. He quite clearly doesn't have enough sunglasses, or Harley Davidsons, all rolls on his chin. I just want more! Anyway.
I was going to say...
Ethan, I've got a joke for you. Why do Jews have such large nostrils?
You cut out.
Why do Jews have such large nostrils?
Don't know.
Because the air is free. Oh God, I love that joke. It's so good.
Did you know something, Ellie?
What?
This film was shipped to theatres under the codename Project Angel. It was also the name of the Terminator research project in the film, as well as the fake name when filming was taking place.
I think you actually told us this back when we were doing the third film. What is the third film again?
Well, I think I said it when we did the kind of like the season preview, the episode 0 of season 4.
It was going to have a different name.
There are some cock-ups there.
Cock up.
John Connor says the power cells used to blow up the Skynet base are for the T-800, which is in fact false. The power cells created for the T-850, seen in Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, do that. If those particular power cells were used in the T-800 from the Terminators from Terminator 1 and 2, they would have ended in a catastrophic explosion after being crushed or part melted by the molten metal or the factory of Terminator 1. That's quite right.
Whoa.
So it's a different power cell, motherfuckers.
Any more cock-ups?
Yes.
Cock up. Bing, bing.
When John is lying on the ground in the factory as the Terminator bears down on him, the Terminator appears right beside him, but when he shoots the parts to release the hot fluid to land on the Terminator is suddenly further away from John. I'm obviously doing cock-ups from another part of the film.
Yes.
I apologise, everyone.
It's fine. It's become a trope in itself.
No, do you know what it is? I took notes on the Terminator Salvation regular, and we're doing the Terminator Director's Cut.
I see what's happened there.
Yeah.
I do quite like the fact that
Or
they're
vice versa.
making Marcus watch. I thought that was quite kinky.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, make him watch. £75 and the wife will watch.
Have a dip, Marcus. Pretty woman.
No. And my last note is, you see the amazing scene when Marcus throws that chair or that stool that's then just suspended in air, and then the way he then drops down in the next scene. I was just like, the first thing I thought of was a monkey escaping from the zoo. Because he is quite Neanderthal, isn't he?
Where he lands on his...
Yeah, it's just like a thud, and I don't know. You just look at his frame and his skull. He is quite like, he's quite monkey-like.
I like your frame.
But then again, like we said, he does look a bit like Wayne Rooney. So, God bless you, God bless you, Sam.
God bless you, sweet master.
Oh, God bless you, sweet master. Yeah, and they are all the notes. But
Well, that's good.
I feel like we should talk more. I don't know. This never happens. Oh God, definitely hang up.
No, we
did get a funny comment from John Nichols.
He's been two-timing us with...
He's been three-timing us.
What? I didn't know of two.
Have you not seen the other one? What he does on the weekends?
No.
Dude.
Master Debaters?
No.
What? There's another one?
Mm-hmm. Let me just get my notifications up.
Oh, Best Forgotten Movies?
No.
Our listeners have listened to other podcasts. I don't mind, it's fine.
Dude, I'm just disgusted. So he wrote...
He's like,
"Love
you
Rat,
want me to
I
apologise?
thought we had an open podcast relationship. Does this mean I got to stop spending Friday nights with Best Forgotten Movies?" And you went, "What? You mother..." And then he wrote, "Wait, it gets worse. Weekends I'm with Jay and Silent Bob." It gets worse. I'm going to like that comment. That made me chuckle.
I know he has time to listen to all these, but hey. What
In
do I
between
know?
driving and all that
All that malarkey.
malarkey.
Well, anyway, I look forward to doing episode...
And all that malarkey.
Oh, that malarkey. Not a bit of vetted yet. I look forward to doing tomorrow's episode. Are you coming down, Eleanor?
I need to check my bank. I completely forgot as I was walking through town because I was talking to you.
Well, just come down anyway and we'll lend you the money.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, it's just something I can hold over your head and...
I know, exactly. I don't want you holding anything over my head.
The way to control a motherfucker who don't got nothing is you give him something.
You've already got New Year's Eve on me. I'm not giving you any more. That was horrible.
What happened on New Year's Eve?
You know what happened on New Year's Eve.
Oh, okay.
And that evil laugh tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, I took Ellie to this party of this guy who really doesn't like me. And the last time I was at his party, he threw me out because he just didn't like me. And then Ellie just went and slept with him.
I didn't realise the severity of it.
Oh, dude, I don't
God,
care.
came
I just
out.
think of all the people He's just someone who just
You
thinks I'm a
You
douche.
told me I fucked Darth Vader. They were your words.
He is. He's my Darth Vader.
You were like, you literally fucked Darth Vader. You fucked Sauron. I was like, oh my god.
Because I'm like an affable.
Whilst massively coming down, like it was horrid. I was like, oh god.
Oh.
That's probably the closest thing I've ever had to having a bad trip.
I know. Well, you need.
And it wasn't the drugs. It was you.
I like to give you a dressing down. It was funny. It was hilarious.
Sure was.
You fucked Darth Vader. Anyway, let's.
It was the Eggman.
But that's why you listen to this show, viewers. We give you 20 minutes of solid sci-fi bat chat, and then we talk about our ruined personal lives. We'll be back tomorrow with episode 48. Ellie will be here in person in the studio. We're going to try and knock out a week's worth of episode with Ellie here. And and then we're going to take a little hiatus. I'm going to pop up on the Master Debaters podcast.
Chinese meal.
I'm going to be on the podcast, the Master Debaters, this Saturday. So if you want to listen to me tell some horrific sex stories and my life going wrong, apparently that's the format of their show. I'm gonna tell all warts and all.
I can't wait to hear you on someone else's show.
Oh shit! If you're here, you'll be on the show as well.
I'm not being on the show.
Okay. Well, I think you should.
This is your thing. They've asked you, not me.
Well, they know about.
I'm doing the Back to the Future minute.
Okay. Well, when we've got some time next week, when we finish this thing, we're going to like guest on a bunch of other people's shows. So it's all very exciting.
This music's amazing. It's so apt. I'm just imagining you like skipping along on Saturday. I'm off to be on someone's podcast.
It's actually the circus theme from Darkman. It's when Liam Neeson's like, "Take the fucking elephant," and his face starts bubbling.
What does he say?
Take the fucking elephant. You need to watch Darkman again, Ellie. Come on, you're missing out. It's a great movie.
I did. I watched it. I really enjoyed it. It was good. That's why I'm laughing. I quite like Liam Neeson. I don't think I've ever seen him in a film I didn't like.
I don't know. I'm not.
That whole Taken thing just kills me.
You know what it is? I don't think Liam Neeson's very good. That's what it is.
I like the films that he's in. Though.
He gets put in loads of stuff.
Well, he was great in Batman.
Was he though?
Yeah.
He was just Liam Neeson.
I like Liam Neeson.
He was Liam Neeson in the Taken movies.
Look, leave Liam alone. Liam? God, I can't even say his name.
I think also,
and I'm all blocked up as well.
I think he's slightly miscast in Darkman. I think they just went with him. They're like, oh, he's a British actor. This is cool. He'll add some class to it.
He plays all victims.
I think he's miscast in Darkman because I think the Darkman role requires, because the film's like that as well, and it's a comic book, and the very nature of it, it's like Frankenstein meets Phantom of the Opera. I mean, those are the two things they're meshing together along with like Batman and the Shadow. I think that role requires a certain amount of theatricality, and I don't know. I just think Liam Neeson doesn't really kind of pull that off. And like when they're doing, he's like, when he gets thrown for that, when he goes, "Excuse me," he can't quite land the zingers like if he a better person doing the one-liners or quips were. And when he is at the fairground scene, the music that's playing in the background right now, when he's having that disagreement with the kind of like what is it, the guy on the shooting range when he wins the elephant and he won't give it to him. I don't know. I just think he doesn't quite land it. I don't not like him. I mean, the person I have trouble watching in any film is Christian Bale, because I think he's quite cold and rough, and I think you see
Bullshit Bale.
Yeah, I think some actors do that. You see them enough, you start seeing their strings, and I've seen that in him. He does when he's in the boxer and stuff. He just seems like he's like, look, I'm acting, and it's just like, I think acting is like should be invisible, like the special effects in a film when you don't notice their special effects.
Yeah, but the problem is they've gone too far now, and it's so obvious that they're special effects now.
All right, I'm talking about the subtle things like in Interview with the Vampire when Tom Cruise like dies and his body drains out.
Oh my god, I need to watch that movie again.
Or when the statue looks at Louis and it's really subtly done and very invisible.
Myself in forever.
What?
I haven't actually had an evening by myself in forever.
Well, you could have one now, but you're going to go and see your parents. And that's why
they miss me.
You should
go.
No,
that's not why that's not happening. I just got made to feel like a petulant child.
Well, you've unfortunately got a very demanding and high-profile job now, Ellie, so... But why can't they wait till the weekend and you just have an evening off and watch a movie? Anyway, we shouldn't discuss this on the line, but on the show, but we kind of let that seep in, and that's what makes us different. Anyway, Ellie will be seeping onto the show in person tomorrow, and we look forward to regaling you with more tales of Terminator.
If that doesn't entice people to listen tomorrow, I don't know what will.
Thank you all for listening. You can, as I said, find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. Please follow us and like the page. I've just dumped literally 112 rare Terminator photos on the page literally an hour before we did the show.
On the page, yeah.
And of course, if you want to follow on to the clip we're talking about, you can watch us on the YouTube channel at 2 Minute Terminator. So thank you all for listening. We shall return tomorrow. Hopefully you're watching as well on YouTube. Please do. Please subscribe, and we'll see you then. Episode 48 is on the way. Thank you, and hasta la vista, baby.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up if you can't take a joke.
You are trashing my scene.
Shut the fuck up, would you? Shut the fuck up. Shut up if you can't take a joke.
And I ain't walking on this set if you're still hired.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up if you can't take a joke.
I'm fucking serious.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up if you can't take a joke.
You are trashing my scene. What don't you fucking understand? 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 Oh, fucking kick your fucking head. What don't you fucking understand? Oh, fucking kick your fucking head. What don't you fucking understand? Oh, fucking kick your fucking head. What don't you fucking understand? Oh, fucking kick your fucking head. Seriously, man, you and me, we're fucking done professionally. Fucking ass.